my name is Jason King, and I've been a teacher for 22 years. And one of the things I've noticed being a teacher is that oftentimes when kids graduate, they just get scattered to the wind. And for me, that's a wonderful feeling to see the kids grow up and flourish. But I also miss them. I spend a lot of time watching young people grow up, and I like to know like where they go. And so what I want to do with this is I'm going to call it catching up with King, and I'm going to take former students. Like this young lady here, Olivia Paul, she's going to be our guinea pig, and just spend some time catching up with them to sort of see where life took them, where the wind may have scattered them. And I'm going to begin by simply starting out with what I remember about the student, in this case, Olivia. Olivia was my student, and correct me if I'm wrong in a moment. Around, I think she was in my freshman English class around 2016, maybe. And I remember her coming in, and she was just nervous, because I'm kind of loud, and things get kind of weird. But in spite of how uncomfortable that may have been for her, she just pushed through with grit and tenacity. And she followed English 1 with my Capstone English 2 class, and she ended up taking my film class. And then she also came back in her senior year and became my last cohort of what I call Capstone Cadets, which was a team of like super brains that Wake County Public Schools used to allow me to have as a teacher assistant. And it worked so well. She was so good at it. They actually said that you cannot have that anymore. Like we have no more Capstone Cadets. But she was excellent. Her and her team were they developed an entire feedback system just to help my other Capstone students, my 10th graders, produce better and more effective artifacts in that course. And so just an awesome operator. And I've really appreciated Olivia over the years, and I've had the benefit of being able to stay in contact. So I do kind of have a little bit of a context and background as to where she's been. But with this, I'd like to start out and just sort of allow Olivia to say, from the time you were in my classroom to now, like, where have you been?
Yeah, so thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I graduated high school when I was out of your class and went to University of North Carolina
Go Tar Heels.
at Chapel Hill. And I started out as an English major, which is what I graduated with, but I added a journalism major. I thought I was going to do political science when I was in high school. I kind of, to be honest with you, I picked English because I didn't know what else to do. I picked English because I knew that I was good at your class, that I was good at, I don't know, I wasn't good at science and I wasn't good at math, so that's why I picked English. Kind of started that major, started working for the Daily Tar Heels as a photographer, because when I was in high school I was in yearbook and did photography, and then that just allowed me to be introduced to so many different people in the journalism program, so I applied, got in, and then from there I got to do so many different sporting events with the Daily Tar Heel. I was the sports photo editor, so I was like sitting courtside.
So you've put together some real artifacts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have like a bag at home just full of all my sports credentials.
Oh wow! All right, what was the most important sporting event you covered?
Probably the CBS Sports Classic.
Okay.
That was at Madison Square Garden. So
Wow! Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I did men's basketball. It was against Ohio. No, it was UCLA.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the most important one we did. Yeah.
So what did that transition to? Because you've now graduated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I kind of thought I wanted to do the whole journalism thing for a while. Decided not to. I did an internship in a magazine where I wrote and did photography, but
Right.
I just decided there was something missing. I like working in teams of people, so I started working at Duke in their IT department as a communications intern. That's kind of how I got introduced to communications. And then now I work at Novanessus, which is in Franklinton, where we are.
Which is where we are, which is ironic because this is where I grew up. So I guess an apropos place to start.
Yeah.
So what do you do at Novozymes?
So I'm a communications intern, which means that I work with 2 other people on our team. So I do communications for the North America region. We have 17 sites, so I do internal social media through our like Microsoft SharePoint. We have a lot of internal engagement social media content that we do. I also write talking points for our executives, so I work a lot with like our regional president. And I put together video content with our global team out in Denmark. They flew out here last summer, and I like directed a bunch of videos with them. And gosh, it's like a weird range of different work that I've done for them.
Really,
So,
really,
yeah,
okay.
It's like a mishmash.
So with that said, like what from your experience in school prepared you for now your experience in the real world, just sort of entering it now for the first time?
Oh yeah. Well, just beyond like skills, obviously, as a writer and photography and editing, I think the ability to be proactive and work on a team has been really important, because anywhere compared to anywhere else I've worked, like in a corporate setting, it's very fast paced, but then it gets slow in parts. You have to learn how to gauge what is the priority versus what's not. It's also like the dynamic of being the youngest person in the room at all times.
Yeah. Speak to that. Yeah.
That was like a very intimidating thing to walk into the first day, because I'm also the only communications intern. I don't work with a team of interns. Everyone else who's an intern at the site is
Right.
Yeah. So I don't get to work with a whole group of people. I am one-on-one with my boss, which has its benefits, but like trying to understand and like talk to people who are industry professionals who've been in it for so long.
Right.
I'm new to it, and it's complicated.
I'm just wondering, like, have you ran into sort of any generational nuance among the adults?
Oh, definitely. Well, it's funny because like everyone, the company's very social, so we'll do like team lunches, team dinners. I can't crack the same jokes as I do with my friends. Like, it's very different, and also learning like how to get on people's not necessarily good side, because it's not
right.
People are very nice and welcoming, but knowing how to engage with people and what piques their interest. I've learned that like if there's awkward silence, ask them about their kids, ask them about what they've got going on in their department, but also there's a lot that I can learn from other people who've been in this for much longer than I have, and they're all willing to sit down with me and ask about what I'm interested in, and allow me to work on projects that I have an interest. It's not always just someone gives me something to do. It's what would you like to do? Like, this is the lineup of things that we're working on, and what do you want to be involved with?
That's a lot of autonomy.
Yes, there's a lot of autonomy.
And I think giving young people the ability to have autonomy and absolutely.
It's great, because also communications is a big umbrella.
Right, it is. Absolutely.
We work with, in this company we don't work as closely with marketing as other companies, but like people would ask me, what are you interested in? And I would say, well, there's communications, maybe a little bit of marketing. I am interested in PR. I did some like strategy work as a journalism student at UNC, so it's like a weird mishmash of things.
Are you seeing like is AI like being integrated in?
For sure.
Yeah. How does that?
I think right now we're having a lot of conversations about how to future-proof communications.
Future-proof. Okay, that's an interesting term. What does that even mean?
Just like being proactive about AI.
Okay.
And
oh wow! How do you predict that?
It's interesting. Well, it's like learning how to adopt AI onto our team, and also but do it in a way that's like using it as a tool for our team to be more efficient. And I'm trying to think of like ways we have like AI bots.
Okay, agent like really?
Agents, on some of our teams that we just use internally, just for internal work, like
future proof, but that sounds like a Tarantino film. Like I think he had one called Death Proof, like future proof. All right, so just switching gears in, like totally, because you were a film student too. Tell me a good film you've seen. What's something good you've seen that really since your time in film class?
Recently, well, last night I watched a movie with my family.
What'd you see?
We watched Harriet.
Okay.
Netflix. I think it's Netflix. With Cynthia Erivo.
Okay.
So it came out a couple years ago. It's about Harriet Tubman.
Oh, really?
Her,
Okay.
Her entire story.
Yeah.
I think it was nominated for a couple of Oscars.
I bet that was. Okay.
It was fantastic.
Really good film.
Really good.
Okay.
The score is great. I think the score is one of the things that it was nominated.
What's it rated?
I think it
appropriate for school in the curriculum.
Yes, I think it would be appropriate in the curriculum. Maybe just like there's themes of violence.
Right.
Otherwise, yes.
Right. No. It's just as historical accuracy. Like, what would you say? Would you give a pretty good rating? Did you look into that part of it yet?
Yeah, I would say. So my sister knows more than I do because
Okay,
she's studying
okay.
African American studies
Ah,
at
okay,
college.
awesome.
But she said that a lot of like the specific facts about Harriet's life
Mhm.
were pretty accurate.
Okay, good.
But I would say, I think there is a little bit of romanticization of some of the
Right. Well,
story
that happens.
and,
That happens in film.
and,
Yeah.
and also of like the Civil War. But I think they were just trying to highlight her involvement as a spy for the Union.
Right. Right.
at the end
Right.
of her
Right.
life. But yeah, I would say.
The power of the story can still be held.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I would give it like
yeah.
a solid 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay,
In terms
okay.
of like accuracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
To my knowledge.
That would be so. I'm gonna make a whole list this summer and watch. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, with that said, given the fact that you're now entering the reality of the real world, what do you feel like you were not prepared for? Like what has sort of been eye opening to you now that you're adulting on your own?
What's eye opening to me? I would say, well, it's interesting because I never thought that I would work in like a corporate.
Yeah.
situation, which this is a great. I'm lucky because it's not like your classic corporate America. It's not. It's a great work culture.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm surprised about is how many adults that I meet who are, I don't know, 10 plus years into their career who tell me, I'll say, I'm just out of college. I don't entirely know what I'm doing. They're like, I don't know what I'm doing either. And I think it's just like
That's okay.
more. I think it's just more relatable than I expected it to be. That everyone is just trying to figure it out, and the world is changing so quickly around us, and it doesn't matter how old you are or how much experience you have. You're always going to have new experiences to tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me feel a bit, I don't know, hopeful and
Yeah.
also,
No, that's good.
Yeah.
No, good.
Exactly, like you never have it all figured out.
The question is the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else that's
Like, have you filled out your first tax forms?
I have filled out my first tax form.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I got a pretty good tax rebate. Which was,
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Great.
I was going to ask, and I think I asked you this the other day, but you said you had received a solicitation to donate.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Good,
have
good.
gotten that.
Before your diploma.
Before my diploma.
Same here.
Have not gotten my diploma in the mail.
Oh,
it
man.
doesn't even ship until August.
Wow.
So,
I remember that being the process when I was there too. Yeah.
So
I loved Carolina. Absolutely loved Carolina. But the administration, oh my gosh, it sounds like nothing has changed.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm really glad that
Of
you
course.
that you sat with me and did this. This
Yeah.
is it's always good to catch up with kids, and I'm sure like this will not be the last time I'm going to interview Olivia. Maybe in like 10 years we'll catch up. You'll be in charge. You'll be in charge by then, though. Surely.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Well, before
I'll
we
be
stop,
somewhere.
I do want to ask, like, where do you see yourself going? Like,
I want to continue working in like the corporate communication space. Eventually, I would like to get a leadership position somewhere. I just really enjoy leading a team. I think that's where I see myself. I think eventually I would like to transition somewhere within like strategic marketing or PR. I might even go to an agency at some point. Who knows? Because you can work in-house at a business or you can work in an agency. So who knows? I feel like if I just land somewhere within that reach in the next 10 years, I'll be happy.
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I will say this, that if you ever find yourself lost, just come be an English teacher. She would be an absolutely incredible English teacher. Oh my gosh, you would absolutely.
I know the door's always open.
The door is open. Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. I would love to have someone like you on my team because you do have just a wonderful way with people, and I've always appreciated about you. I've blamed you for a lot of things, so
it's always my fault.
It's always Olivia's
It's always
fault.
my
Whenever we were in school, anything that would go wrong, I could just safely blame her, and that just made me feel better. But she is a good sport and absolutely has fantastic tenacity and brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Thank you for being my guinea pig and helping me get started, and you're awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.